so we're back with some more trendy stuff. So this one's pretty funny, and I totally agree. I think that dogs are almost completely better than humans, and obviously the world wouldn't function very well without humans, 4 dogs even. However, I would be willing to take that risk sometimes.
Right?
You ever wonder what the world would be like if dogs ran it instead of humans?
Happy.
But like they probably wouldn't govern much better, like because they'd have to make hard choices, right?
Salem would be like, "Don't touch the cat. We're snuggling now."
Yeah, but like think about it, like they have everything provided for them, well, they have a good family anyway, and all they have to do is sleep, eat, and get snuggles.
Go for a walk.
Like,
play ball.
Yeah, like they just have the chillest existence ever. And I think that's part of why they don't get to live as long. Just like they get more of that in that amount of time than we do in our entire working lives. Right? Imagine how segmented a human's life is. It's like how much of your day is spoken for, especially once you're an adult.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like you have this portion at the end where you get to be a person. You get to exist and do what you want.
Couple hours every day before sleep.
And the more successful you want to be in life, the less time of that you have. Mm-hmm. Like, so a dog is like, nah, I got that all the time. Like literally my entire existence is I'm awesome and people love me.
Yeah.
Right? And someone will provide for me. So it's like enviable state, right? But like, I think if you give that to humans, they would probably be like we would have all this existential dread, right? We wouldn't do well with it. It would be crazy. Like I know when even during COVID, I was like fucking going crazy. Mm-hmm. So it's one of those, I'd love a vacation in that, but I don't know if I want to live there. It's something I think often. So like, I'm thinking this probably isn't finished. Like this looks like it's gonna have more, but
I hope.
I mean, it could be done, right? In its lines, it looks complete enough. You get the idea, you know?
I like that this little dog has a gun. So does that one. That's so cute.
I mean,
they
these don't look like
They're
the happiest
so
dogs, but I mean, I guess it makes sense because at the top we've got hate, right?
Yeah.
And then at the bottom it's a little happier, but I mean, even that one at the bottom there has got a gun.
Yeah, there's a bunch of
Why
them
do the
have
dogs
guns.
have guns? You know, I didn't even notice. And that one looks more like a cat or a raccoon.
It's definitely an angry little dog.
Like this one doesn't look much like a dog either.
He's a little dog.
The lines are so crisp in this.
Yeah, it's adorable.
Like so crisp. It looks, like I said, it could be finished.
I hope they went and got this like all colored in and they have this like bright.
I think it would be better with color for sure.
Oh, yeah.
And like a whole scene around it.
Give all these little dogs like their own personality.
Fucker at the top looks like Kirby almost. Like that's not a dog.
It's a dog.
That is a wild time.
Right?
Yeah, I know. This
That
one makes
one's
me
a
very
Momo.
happy. Yeah, he does. He looks. Momo would never be that angry though.
No, never.
Mozart was never that.
Or
angry.
like
Look how
this one
long
there,
his
that's
fucking
kind of a
snout
Momo
is.
too.
Holy shit! God damn, that's a fucking beak. Yeah. Oh, there's a lot to love here.
Yeah, this is so fun. I love.
You just
dogs.
notice more. Like there's so little here. You wouldn't think it would be possible to keep finding more. But like it's one of those where the longer you look at it, the weirder it gets.
I feel like this is a tattoo I would get.
Yeah, I don't think you'd get that.
I love dogs.
I don't know.
I was always the child that like if you were like, where's Sarah? I'd just look for the dog.
Yeah, I've always had animals myself. I'll always have some kind of critter living with me.
Yeah.
So, at least one, and it's usually several. My house was like a home for wayward animals.
We have less animals right now than
Yeah.
Jeremy has ever had.
At
and
one
it's
point, I
driving
think
him
I had
crazy.
I think I had 6 animals
Yeah.
living with me. And I had kittens at one time, and yeah, I've got like I don't even know. I've had so many dogs have lived with me while they're waiting for owners and stuff.
Oh, I saw like a cat in a cage down the street when I was walking the other day, and I came home and told Remy, and he's like, "Oh, where is it?" Like
Yeah,
he
I
was
love
so
animals.
concerned, like he wanted to go and get it right away.
Way better than humans. Way better
Yeah.
than humans. 100%.
Anyways, let's talk about this darkness here.
It's a geometric face tattoo
Wow.
on the back. So we went from very simplistic to
Way too complicated.
way too complicated. And by the way, like when I look at this, I see less as time goes on. When I look at the other one, I was seeing more, and it was much less work.
Yeah,
so
this is like super blurby to me.
It's one of those. Well, you know what? The whole thing would look better if it wasn't taken in the abyss, right? Like this was filmed in a light that doesn't exist, and then desaturated to a place where I can't imagine like anyone looking at this and thinking that you could ever have this. Like, look how muted all that pink is in here. Mm-hmm. You know why? Is that even pink, or is that fucking...
I think it's trauma.
Probably trauma, right? It should be pink, because, like, fuck knows it needs something.
I mean, I would assume that that's where their
Traumatized.
lightest opaque is, and that's like...
Most of this is healed, and that's where it's fresh.
Yeah.
So they put some fucking work in there, and then they don't want anyone to see how red it is. And in doing that, they completely warped the fucking look of the whole tattoo.
Yep.
Just make it full black and gray then. It's like, just go fucking black
Just
and white
fully
filter.
desaturate, yeah.
I mean, like, the technique is awesome, right? The idea of doing this would take who knows how long. Ages, right? But as I've showed with my fucking left arm, sometimes less is more.
Yeah.
You can work on something for as long as you want. There's no need to ever stop. However, sometimes dialing it in a little might be for the best.
Right.
That's you know,
why the right arm works so well.
that's why the rose sleeve shows off so much better. Now, that said, we're approaching something that looks semi-complete finally. But like this would have been much less on the mind with more breathing space. And I'm not a fan of negative space.
No.
But fuck me, is this congested. Yeah, there are faces here, but I don't know what the fuck any of this stuff is. It's just done for shits and giggles, seemingly. It comes across a little phallic to me as well.
Oh, geez.
I can take nothing away from the execution of this, and I don't think many people would ever be able to do anything like this, or conceive it for that matter. But it is what the fuck were you thinking? Like, where does this come from and why kind of thing. It's one of the busiest back pieces I think I've ever seen. And most times back pieces are better for like big, bold, you know, like striking. You're not going to have people looking at your back very often. Mm-hmm. So usually you want to use it as like, they get it right away, right? You see it immediately. And here I can't tell you what the fuck anything is here. Like, I can tell you nothing. I can tell you it was hard to do and it looks technically sound, but I don't know anything else. So that's not good in my opinion. Like, I think you should see something more or less at a glance.
Right.
And this is hyper close up. This is going to look like nothing from afar. The only parts of this you're probably going to see are these giant swirly things from afar, because they have a good amount of black shading underneath of them to lift them from the rest of this insanity that's happening below. But, I mean, like I said, technically amazing, but very confusing artistically. And I'm sure this guy's work is all like that. So then we got something a little less complicated. We got a little blurb here, and then they tattooed it.
It says, if you don't have a need for one, don't get it. Tattoos are for something important.
And then they had the quote from their mother tattooed. That's their mom telling the kid not to get the tattoo.
Yeah.
This is like really ignorant placement.
Yeah,
This
really
like
is.
that is like one of the worst placements I've ever seen.
What is that, inner arm?
Yeah, it's like right above the ditch,
Yes.
kind of like right here.
Somewhere that you can like look at it all the time. And be
Yeah, but like you
"My
would
mom."
put it like here or
Yeah,
something.
I
Like they did it, I think, obnoxiously on purpose.
Yeah.
I'm surprised the thing isn't sideways with like misspelled letters or words and shit in there. It's just really ignorant.
Like, this is like such a good way
Not
to like
poor
troll
mom,
your mom.
nothing.
Poor mom.
Mom deserves it. Fuck off, Mom. The only time my mom ever gave me any pressure over anything I did was when I had my first face tattoos over 15 years ago.
Yeah.
After that, I'd broke her. Right? She hasn't said a word
I
since.
always just giggle because every shop mom,
They all hate me.
they don't hate you. You're wonderful. They love you. But as soon as any of us does something a little more extreme with our tattoos, it's you.
Yeah, somehow I get the blame for
Yeah.
it.
Like,
But then again, when you look at every single person in this building has blackout on them somewhere.
except for Ricky.
Except for Ricky.
Yeah.
And even Dave is going to black out his arm at some point.
Yeah, he's pretty close to a blackout anyways.
Yeah, he's got a lot of black going on as it is.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that is clearly my influence working through the building. And
Yeah,
I'm okay with that.
We're the shop that likes blackouts in our city. What can I say?
Yeah, you come in here and it's very clear what we're about. And I guess it's a bit of an infection that's spread.
Yeah.
I think this is a dumb tattoo. Let me be clear. I think the script is too small.
Right.
Way too fucking small.
Yeah, it's just gonna blorb together for sure.
But at the same time, this most likely gets covered up one day anyway.
Yeah.
Although I have seen bodysuits of literally just tiny scripts everywhere. Bodysuits
yeah,
in
some
quotation.
people really like little script tattoos.
You look at, there's a guy I seen on Instagram and he was getting fucking ruthlessly maimed in the comments, and I don't agree with that at all. And whatever, you do whatever aesthetic you want, but his whole bodysuit was these sporadically everywhere all over him, and it probably took about 3.5 hours to do that bodysuit. So if you want it done fast and you're just looking for coverage, especially if you had someone who can line like this, because if you have someone who can line like this, generally speaking, sharp lines like this at a small size ensure a efficiency as well. It's very rare that you see someone that can do this that can't do it quickly.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like usually bad script that looks terrible is a struggle time-wise as well. So yeah, if you can do this at this size, this clean, then you're already going to someone with a highly developed skill set. So they could do a whole fucking suit of this for you in no time. So then we have this horrible monstrosity happening here that I'm sure people are saying is fake, and it could be fake for all I know.
Yeah.
But I mean, the fact is, we just seen one of these not long ago where the guy was being turned into a samurai helmet. Remember we reacted to that?
Yeah.
So I mean, this is what I said about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle one, where people kept telling me, oh, it's fake. It's like, it doesn't matter if it's fake because it's going to be real tomorrow.
I was thinking,
This one was already done recently.
I was thinking about this the other day, because this is why I was thinking about it. Is I walked past the park by our house, and there's a little
Tattoo
community
van?
center. No, not the tattoo van. There was a gathering of furries, like a large gathering of furries. I didn't know our city had that many furries. Like, cool. But so my thought process
There's something for everyone.
was, well, like, you know how they have like their like mascot face that they wear like over their face. I just wonder if like these people kind of have like that same thought in their mind where they feel like I'm Ninja Turtle, so then they tattoo Ninja Turtle to their face.
I don't know about any of that.
Do you know? I
can't speculate.
Sorry, it's just like where my brain went. I was like, oh man, like maybe they just really identify as.
I think for furries, you would have to get like texture and fur. And,
I know.
you know
I'm
what
not
I mean?
saying it's the exact same, but I'm saying like maybe
Well,
there's
for some it is.
a similar,
like it literally is that for some people.
They just want to be that you know the wolf.
Yeah,
They're the
like
wolf
you got
so
like
much
like
that they need
you
to wear
know,
the wolf mask.
Tiger Man
Yeah.
and lizard guy,
Yeah,
lizard
yeah.
man, and fucking the human dragon that I reacted to like 4 years ago. Like you have that for sure,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that's part of why I don't have a full face tattoo.
I'm sure that
Black
like,
alien, he was being
if
you know.
if the furries could like grow their face into what their mask looks like, they would, right?
It wouldn't come through this medium, I don't think, for that.
No, but I'm
that
just saying, like,
community.
I can kind of see like a similarity maybe in the like identifying as.
It's very rare, like very rare, but there are some people who start a body mod project specifically to become like whatever their spiritual belief
that's
is.
what I'm saying. I just wonder if they're like a little more akin than you know we would think.
But this is not that, and I think that this one is fake for what it's worth. I think that there's no trauma here, no redness. But the fact of the matter is, it may as well be fake,
Well, the
or it may as
machine's
well be
not
real.
even well wrapped.
Yeah,
like
like-
that for me is always like a really good sign. Like that machine's like.
Also, the fact is that this thing went very viral, and it has 31,000 likes and a whole fuck ton of shares and comments. So that means that enough people believed it was real. And for every one person that laughs at this, someone is inspired by it.
Yeah,
there will be more.
You should worry if your tattoo artist isn't wrapping their machine.
I don't think it's a real tattoo, so I don't think that's a problem. So then we're going to finish on this because this is a huge deal right now in the industry. This is a tattooer who opened her private studio because she didn't want to give a shop owner a cut. And then we got all these little raptors. We got rent, utilities, insurance, taxes, health department, broken pipes. Yeah, I think it's never going to be a clear win.
Yeah, I think that like people sometimes are, and I think
you're never getting 100% of your money.
I think it works for some people. I think some people can have their own studio. I think it's pretty rare. I've been seeing a lot of, not necessarily in our city because we're the last to do everything, but I've been seeing a lot of people who had private studios moving back into
there's a shift.
A more of a traditional shop sphere because, I mean, if you're in a good shop like ours, there's advertising that comes with being part of that community, right?
And you got a spot on a main strip here with a big name, and people remember this place, and they've been coming here for years, and it affords you a certain amount of work every day.
In the case of like our shop specifically, we have shops in other cities, so not only are we receiving like advertisement from our own shop, but like we have friendships and camaraderie with our shops in the other cities, so there's a little bit of cross advertising and like maybe even a little bit of client sending too.
I always say this, and I've been very honest to everyone that's worked here. I will tell you when I think you could survive on your own well. And if you don't have between 3 to 6 months of booking, I would not recommend leaving a shop. No, I would not recommend leaving a shop that's feeding you clients still.
I don't even think having 3 to 6 months of booking is safe anymore.
It is safe if you can if it's concurrent business.
Yeah.
Right? Like if that's ongoing for some time. Because what happens is you come to a shop like this and you have no clients, and then this place builds you up, and then you go out on your own thinking you got a big fucking dick, and then all of a sudden your books start drying up.
And
then what are you going to do?
How are people seeing you? Where are the clients going to find you? There's so many
questions. And most tattooers aren't good at social media.
Yeah, and I do think some tattoo artists really can do it. Like
of course.
I don't want to knock fully on the private studio thing. I think some of them do it and they do it well.
It's like, of course, some people can do anything.
Yeah.
But not, like, you want to see Terry and Rick. Like, Rick was running himself into the ground. Mm-hmm. He will never be on his own again.
No.
And if he was, he would just die.
I wouldn't want to.
But, like, he literally already tried that, and it didn't work.
Yeah.
And then there's Terry, wants to come in. He has me do his social media. He wants to drive his fucking car after work. He wants nothing to do with tattooing after this.
Well,
he literally wants to do the job and leave.
He just wants to live his life.
Well, no.
So
here's what happened. Here's what happened in this industry that a lot of morons don't understand. That get into this. It's not everyone is their own boss in any industry.
Right.
There are all different types of jobs in the world where you go to work, right? And the trick that we've been told on social media is that every tattooer is also a businessman.
Really?
Have you seen these guys? Most tattoo artists should be nowhere near business management.
I know.
They're fucking terrible with people.
I know.
They can barely show up for the tattoo half the time.
A lot of the time too, like we're
they have no idea what's
super bad with money. Like, freaking, what was the story? The Kelowna story? They were ordering bags of chips. The one time you went out there.
No, it was every 5 minutes there was a skip the dish driver coming because they got money coming in like crazy. They're not thinking 5 minutes ahead of them.
Yeah, I mean,
and then books dry up and we're fucked.
Our shop's guilty of that. Sometimes too. Some mornings, like there'll be like 2 skip the dish drivers.
It's part of cash business. It's
showing
like
up.
When you have cash on hand, it feels like you have money. You know what I mean? Like it feels good to spend it.
And then at the end of the month, you're like, I have no money.
These guys are like, where's all my money? I don't know where my money.
It all went to the boss. No, it did not. It all went to your junk food.
Here's what happened. You got paid $8 to $9 grand this month, and you didn't spend it wisely. And here we have everything logged. Like you can always go and look how much an artist made, and it's almost always a staggering amount more than they thought it was.
Oh yeah.
It's always like, I made that much. It's like, yeah, and that's just your fucking. That doesn't include tips.
Yeah, because we don't log the tips.
So anyway, the point of this is the lie that we were told on social media over the last 10 to 15 years in particular is that every tattooer should run their own show.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of tattooers that should be nowhere near their own show.
Yeah, I don't think, like, for me personally, I would never, ever, ever want to run my own show.
Well, okay, so these guys are pirates. It was
Yeah.
always the joke that a tattooer is like an old biker thing or like a pirate. And that is still the case. Like in a tattoo shop, you get away with all kinds of insanity that you wouldn't get away with in a normal workplace usually.
Oh, yeah, you go have a fucking 10-minute nap before your appointment.
Well, you can more or less do whatever you want as long as you deliver the product well
Yeah.
and have a basic amount of human respect.
Yes.
There's almost nothing else in life where you can get away with that.
Oh, yeah.
And everyone in here is aware of that.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
I go, when I don't have an appointment, I go shopping halfway through the day, and it's
You're
just
not
like,
working for
yo,
the
Rem,
man
text
in
me.
this. So you have very little responsibility generally.
It's pretty
and,
glorious.
And a lot of people like that about tattooing. So
I think
when
that's why a lot of people want to get into it, though.
yeah, but then when you have those people fed the lie that you can go and do that on your own that way, and then it doesn't work, it's like, yeah, because you weren't running a business.
No, because who's keeping the lights on when none of the artists are making money?
Yeah, exactly. You weren't thinking about it when you weren't doing it.
Who's buying the supplies when we've spent all of our money?
So, I mean, as I said, there are people who can do it, obviously, but not everybody is their own boss in any
No.
business, let alone in tattooing, where you don't usually come from a formal background with any, there's no regulation or any kind of rule set built into this that there would be in most
It's like
industries.
an unspoken rule set that not everybody follows.
Yeah, it's highly unregulated and completely irregular. Like every shop is different and every tattoo artist is different too. It's very hard to run a 9-to-5 business out of tattooing because everyone in here works a bit differently.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but clients are going to expect a 9-to-5 mentality when they're paying that kind of money for a service.
Yep.
So if you can't do that for them and you want to go out on your own, you're not going to do that well. You just won't.
Yeah.